Welcome to Joe Stunner Boxing. This review won't take long because Josh Kelly knocks out FLAVIUS BIEA of Romania in the first round. I think it's 90 seconds roughly. And like I say, there's not a great deal to say because we didn't actually see anything of FLAVIUS BIEA. I mean, he came in with a 24 wins, 12 KOs, one defeat record. The defeat was late. I think it was in the 12th round of a fight. I can't remember the opponent's name, but it was back in 2017, so it was a long time ago, 8 years ago, or 7.5, whatever it was, 8 years ago. And he just didn't get going. It's quite simple. I mean, he's had a lot of wins in. He's fought in Canada quite a few times. I don't know what the connection is. Germany, Romania. I think he's been to Hungary, and this was his. No, it wasn't his first time in Britain. I think he's fought. I think I've read that he'd fought in Britain before at the York Hall once in a 6-rounder. But I mean, sometimes you get caught cold, and Kelly came out, quite aggressively for him, looking to make a bit of an early statement. But it looked to me like I don't think he was going. He was looking to put some weight behind his punches, but he wasn't looking for, what you call a one-punch knockout. It wasn't like he was, trying to bomb the guy out. It just sort of happened. I mean, Kelly is 35 now. This makes his record. This win takes him to 17 wins with 9 KOs and just the one defeat to David Avanesian. And it's like he's had some good wins. Some good domestic level wins. Ishmael Davis. I think he dominated Troy Williamson, a former British champ. In fact, he took Williamson's British super welterweight super welterweight title. But the defeat to Avanesian back in 2021 does kind of sort of hang over him a little bit even now. And at 31 years of age, you would hope that Kelly would, get his skates on now and really make a statement. He needs big fights. He's promoted by Wasserman, which is the Sauerlands. He's trained by Adam Booth. There isn't. I think the guy's got ability. Don't get me wrong. He has, and the defeat to Avanesian was for the EBU title down at welterweight. So maybe this new weight, the 154-pound division is more suited to him. The thing was, he landed Barry Jones, who was doing the commentaries, summed it up best. He sort of feinted to the body and then threw a hook that went around a corner and caught BIEA right on the jaw. BIEA had his hand up, so if you've got your hand up, you expect it to be covering your jaw, but somehow the hook found a way through. But it didn't look particularly. It didn't look like a knockout punch. Let's put it that way. But it landed perfectly, and it was thrown in a very sort of relaxed manner. And sometimes those speedy, relaxed punches can look deceptive. Certainly, if you don't see them coming, you can be hurt. Because BIEA, he looked like he might get up about 8 or 9, but he did seem sort of a bit spaced out. Not knocked out, but spaced out. And I don't believe that I don't think he swallowed it. I think he was just stunned and couldn't quite time the count and sort of got up. And afterwards, he looked, he still looked a little bit out of it. And he looked very disappointed, and understandably so. He didn't even get his trousers off in this fight. But it was, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, and that's all she wrote. And it's difficult to judge Kelly on this performance. It was a good performance. You can only beat what's in front of you. But I'd like to see Kelly busier, because the Ishmael Davis fight, which was his last fight, that was in September of last year, and we're now already in June. So I think he needs more work, and he is 31. So again, he's a well-preserved 31, and I'm not saying he's an old man or anything, far from it. But I'd like to see him get regular work now. The amount of dates that Wasserman have got with Channel 5, because this was on Channel 5. I don't know how many dates they've got, but he needs to be on, even though there's nothing wrong with being on Channel 5, because an awful lot of people do watch the boxing on Channel 5. You're getting your name out there. I suppose he's going to be looking for bigger names, bigger platforms in terms of financial reward. Maybe get on a Riyadh card. I know there's been talk of him fighting Conor Benn, or he wants to fight Conor Benn anyway, which is, I think Conor Benn's one of the men of the moment, isn't he, after that that brilliant Eubank Junior fight. But I don't know. It might be, Ben might consider it, or Hearn might consider it high risk, low reward. But for Josh Kelly to get his name up in the lights, he might have to be the B-side, which is fine. Be the B-side. Take the short end of the finances now against a big name, beat them, and then put yourself in the shop window. I mean, that's what fighters traditionally have done. So. But there was nothing wrong with this performance, and when you consider that this guy did have a 24-1 record, Ishmael Davis was unbeaten in 13. In 2023, he beat a guy called Corzo, I think his name was. He was undefeated in 18. He outpointed him. Williamson was undefeated at the time. I mean, he's taken a lot of people's unbeaten records, so you can't really fault him in terms of his performances since the Avanesian reversal. But, he now needs to move into world class, I think. 31 years of age. He's probably as good as he's going to get. He's got a bit of backing with the Sauerland, so why not go for it, So I don't know. What did you think? It was short and sweet, this one, wasn't it? But let me know what you think about Josh Kelly. Contender or pretender? Maybe somewhere in the middle? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what you think. I've made my opinion clear, so let's hear yours. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.